you're watching United Rock Nations, and we are here today with Mile from Kreator. So how are you today?
Pretty good. How are you?
Fine.
All right.
Quite fine. So we are here to talk about your new album that will be out in January the 27th, if I'm right. So its name, Gods of Violence, and it has been now 5 years since your previous album was released. Almost 5 years.
Almost, almost. It's been a while, huh? But on the other hand, we've done a lot of touring.
Yeah.
And so I guess that was one of the reasons why this album came out. The way that at the point in time when it came out, it's not because we were lazy. We were touring the whole time. So it's very time consuming when you're on the road, you know, and you cannot. When you're on tour, you cannot write. I cannot write. Some bands might be able to, but I'm not. And I think that you need some time to rest and reflect on things in order to be creative.
Okay, so because it was the longest gap between two albums.
It is, yeah. So. But it served a purpose because we wanted to come up with an album that's just as strong as Antichrist, and I think we achieved it, and I think it was better to wait for the right moment than to just release something for the sake of it, you know.
Yeah. Okay. So, as you say, Phantom Antichrist was probably one of the until now because you don't know yet that has done better in terms of charts.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. It was been the biggest success when it came to chart chart entries. But the main focus for us is not like nothing like the charts or anything. To me, it's important that it passes like the test of time. That people really think that it's a good album. You can be in the charts for one charts up very high in the charts for 1 week, and then people don't like the record.
Yeah,
you know.
That's true. That's true. So with the success you had with the previous album, so did you have some kind of pressure for this one?
In a good way.
In a good way.
Not in a bad way where we're like, oh, this is pressure. More like we have to outdo Antichrist. Not in a way where like, oh, we need to do this, but more in a sense of, okay, let's try to top this. We know that was a very intense, an album that meant a lot to a lot of people. So let's try to take it from there. It's never, for me. It's never about like this is not a competition against ourselves. It's more of a let's try to be as good as we can, and let's try to celebrate music and metal as intense and as meaningful, and give this music the necessary respect that it deserves. So
maybe we could say it's a challenge for you to.
A challenge, yeah. That's more of like. It's never good if you put yourself under pressure. It's always like, okay, let's try. Let's try to see if we can come up with something even stronger and more exciting.
Yeah. So this record, the way you work on this record, it's the way you always work with the other records, or that something changed? Is that you all work together to write the record, or how do you?
I write most of the songs. Yeah. I write 99% of the music and the lyrics, of course. But when we get together to work on the stuff, it's always like teamwork. We reflect on the music. We make suggestions for arrangements, and everyone is equally important in that process, But beforehand, the preparation is all up to me because I'm the main songwriter, and I come up with the lyrical themes. And did we do something different? I don't think so. I was more prepared, let me put it this way. I presented a lot of the songs to my band when they were already in a state where it's already like very far, like already rearranged and arranged with my friend in the studio, Mark Gertz, who I work with in the studio, and yeah. 3 different phases of songwriting. The first was collecting ideas, then the second phase was rearranging and meeting other people, reflecting, and then go, see the band, rearrange the stuff, and then go into the studio and do the final edits and the final cuts.
Okay, and talking about the lyrics of the songs, so what? Because when you just read the titles, it's very, the main topic will be maybe the war or something. I don't know if it's because when you listen to the song, it's quite difficult to understand all the lyrics with the music and everything. So, what are the main topics that?
The topics are basically. The inspiration came from a lot of different sources. Some of the lyrical themes are based on events that are really sad or horrible, terrible, and terror, and sometimes even like a song like "Death Becomes My Light" is about a near-death experience. A song called "Totalitarian Terror" is more of a I reflect on the terror attacks that the world that shook the world, so to speak, and the fact that we shouldn't give up and should focus on the things that are great in life and don't let the terrorists win. That's basically what this song is about. So the main focus on all the lyrics and the main message, if there is any, it would be fighting back, but not in a peaceful way. Celebrating life, celebrating music, being creative, be an artist, or be whatever you want to be, but don't let these horrible politicians and these horrible terrorists ruin your life.
Don't give up to terror.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So talking about some of the songs of the record, so the first song we can listen to is Gods of Violence with the video that has been out for 2 days.
2 days, yeah.
18. So it's quite a special.
Have you seen both versions? Only the.
I have seen the uncensored one.
Uncensored, yeah. That's a special. The thing is, to me, I was talking about this, and I had a lot of there was a lot of reactions in on the internet where people would go like, "Why do you need this nudity?" But I think it's not about the nudity. It's about the images. It's about what do these images make you feel, and it's the creator demon that comes to life. It's it's evil is being born in the demonic form, and I think I'm a very big fan of the surrealist, and to me, the Grupa 13, the people that we work with, are the team in Poland. They're linked to a lot of people that come from the theater genre, and we wanted this to be very dramatic, very symbolic, and I told them let's get to the core of not make a video that's violent or brutal for the sake of being brutal, but let's just imagine a pagan orgy, and all of a sudden from that orgy there's a demon coming to life, and I think it's definitely a video where people that make people talk. There's also some people that go like, you shouldn't, it's too extreme and the video doesn't work. But to me, it does work because it's the gods of violence,
Yeah.
And I think it cannot be graphic enough if you ask me, And it's not about breaking taboos because that would be too obvious and too easy. And it's about creating strong images and supporting the song. Otherwise, there's no use of doing a video.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, but I think the image for Kreator is something very important. If you see all of your artworks and when you are on stage also, it's that goes with the band.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's just the video is just a continuation of this. And I've read some comments on the internet where somebody said, "I would rather prefer the band to play in front of a wall," and we're like, "Yeah." Okay, but then I wouldn't even do a video, you know. And it's my band. I do whatever I want anyway.
You're right. Talking about another song, "Hail to the Hordes." It's a more epic one.
Yeah.
I think that one will really work good in live.
Same here. I think it's going to be.
It has a very catchy chorus.
Yeah, it's a catchy chorus, and it has almost like a pagan kind of feel to it. Somebody said it sounds Scottish. That's why we put the bagpipes in. There's bagpipes, and I think a lot of people will be surprised with this song because it's totally different from anything we've done before.
Yeah, it's very I think like war. I don't know if you say march or something like that. And another of the songs you talk about that one before, "Death Becomes My Light," is the last song of the record. And personally, I think it ends the record in a very good way because it starts very softly, then it goes. And the same at the end. It just comes down, and you just say, "Well, it isn't surprising to end this way." I don't know if the end.
I wanted this to be an epic end.
But
the last words that I'm saying on the record is "Don't be afraid," and that sums up the whole record. In my opinion, sums up the whole record, because that's what I'm talking about. Don't be afraid.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid of anything. Just be fearless. Live your life.
Live your life, yeah. And to go back to the record, you have worked for this record once again with Jens Borg. Sorry, I'm saying in the right way. This was it was an evidence for you to continue working with him, or because you have worked with, if I'm right,
I think we work pretty well together, and it to me it was like a new working with someone for the second time can sometimes be like a team that gets together again, and I think for Gods of Violence it worked quite well. Again.
So good collaboration.
Very good collaboration. He's a great producer.
So for now you have been for more than 30 years.
Oh my God,
Kreator,
yes.
So do you think there are maybe some, we'll say, new bands that have you have discovered during these 30 years that have influenced your...
Many bands. Well, in the metal genre, in any genre. I mean, I'm a fan of music. And the source of inspiration comes not only from music, but also from movies, theater, art, literature, I think that's also a big part of the inspiration. I discovered many bands, not only in the last 30 years, but also even in this last half year. You know what I mean? I'm constantly looking for new bands and new exciting art,
Because there has been a time during, let's say, the beginning of the 2000 that was quite, let's say, maybe, more quiet in thrash and metal, everything, and then we came back with renewal and everything, all the thrash bands that
especially in thrash metal, there has been a lot of like young bands that kept up the spirit and kept the spirit alive, and they inspired us also. When we started in to write music for. I remember when we wrote music for Violent Revolution, we were on tour with Witchery, and they played us The Haunted, and I remember that kind of like got me into writing more freshy stuff again.
So now you will be start touring on beginning of February next year. The album will be out in the 27th of January. So not quite a long time after the release you will be touring.
Absolutely,
so
absolutely.
I think you will just try new songs on the way.
We'll rehearse 2 weeks before the tour, so we'll see what happens. You know, with the songs that we play live. I hope that we will be able to play as many songs as possible from the new record. But also, it's going to be hard because we have to play a lot of the old songs as well, classic songs. You know, we'll see.
Because the fans want the old songs,
everything.
Everything. So you will be touring with Soilwork, Sepultura, and Aborted. So quite a big.
Yeah, it's a fun. It's going to be fun nights.
So you will be touring for. In France, several dates in France.
4
also.
dates, or 4 or 5 dates.
Yeah. So it's
a lot.
A lot because you don't have many bands that.
Yeah, we like it here in France. You know, the French metal scene has been really strong in the last couple of years, and it's not only in Paris but also in other places. You know, and it's great to see that, and we have established a huge fan base here now, and. We're happy to come back and play here. It's going to be good.
Yeah, it's going to be good. Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And good luck, the best for the new album.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mele Potozza here from Kreator, and you're watching United Rock Nations.